Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the MVWF's Season 2, Round 0. And we're presenting you Episode 3 of Danger Zone. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Damian Andrews, and we are hot on the heels of what has been reviewed as perhaps the greatest match in MVWF history. Tonight in our main event, we will get to that in just a moment, but spoiler alert, it's a rematch! That's right, you're not going to have to wait. The very next week, we are following up here tonight on our go-home show before the big pay-per-view MVWF Punishment, where Ryan Crawford, the MVWF World's Heavyweight Champion, will defend the MVWF Championship against #1 contender and, well, these days, his primary rival, Ryan Doyle. But we'll get to that in just a moment. Of course, we're going to see so many events unfold tonight that are going to be supporting the big show coming up. But we're going to open up with our opening match here tonight as the drama continues for one Kid Christian, as he is accompanied to the ring by his new stepfather, Paul Jobber, to face in a rematch his former tag team partner, Jimmy Controversy, who'll be accompanied by Kid Christian's former stepfather, Trevor Phillips, from GTA 5. Also tonight, big tag team match. The Jackson brothers, Kyle Empire and the Destroyer, Nick Jackson, teaming up again for the first time in a while after some pretty hard losses last week to face another team that, well, ate some shit last week when they jumped in the deep end of the pool and lost a #1 contenders match to Rock Holly and the Skinny Wolf. More news on them in just a moment. But of course, the Kingdom of Nightmares, Adrian Knight and Mr. Nightmare, had such a auspicious debut with Mr. Nightmare looking so impressive. And of course, the platitudes, of course, that come along with having Adrian Knight back in the MVWF again, teaming up, but lost last week. Now both teams looking to save face and perhaps get them back in tag team title contention. The champions, the very absent Rock and Roll Express. And tonight, the return of MC Honky Lips, who we've been hearing so much about, has gone through some many changes that have been, well, beyond explanation. Keep your eyes and ears open for that, folks. He's going to be taking on the man who, with the huge upset victory over the Destroyer Nick Jackson last week, Mr. Local Talent, looking to step up in the MVWF at the expense of the re-debuting MC Honky Lips. And in our main event tonight, the big rematch from last week of the greatest match in MVWF history. The old generation taking on the new generation after weeks of eating shit at the hands of the youngsters, these upstarts, these young Turks. The old generation, the establishment, if you will, Ryan Doyle, the White Side, and Brandon Bones claiming victory last week when Brandon Bones choked out the MVWF champion and made him tap 2 weeks before his big title defense against another man in the match, Ryan Doyle. Every man looking so impressive last week. Going once again, face-to-face and head-to-head here. Both teams with something to prove. In this case, well, the old generation have a chance to kind of tie things up after all of the tag team failures they had just a couple weeks back. And of course, Kevin Welch stepping up in a big way, as has AJ the Giant. But of course, AJ the Giant last week rescued Brandon Bones backstage before we went on the air from an attack by his very tag team partners, but apparently no real dissension there to be noted of. And of course, last week also some dissension from the prior week to that between Doyle and Whiteside. But again, both teams managing to hold their status together and recover to have what was, well, 27 minutes of pure wrestling action bliss. And let's get going here, folks. That's enough intro for today. But here, let's take you back to just before we went on the air, as Rock Hawley and the Skinny Wolf were coming down for an interview when they were jacked by, I said, the very absent tag team champions finally make an appearance here on MVWF television since the beginning of season 2. Attack the #1 contenders, and there it is, folks. MVWF Ground Zero. Capacity crowd here tonight. Sold out here in Dublin. A lot of Irish guys on the roster going home to the motherland. And of course, last week, after we went off the airs, here's some footage here where Doyle got in the face of the champion after having been choked out by Brandon Bones. And he goes outside the ring and grabs himself a chair. And he's ready to put a damage on the champion 2 weeks before the title defense. But out of nowhere came AJ the Giant, who this time rescued the champion. What is going on here in the MVWF? All right, let's do a bit of a reset here. For those of you that have been paying attention, a couple of weeks back, Kid Christian and Jimmy Controversy had quite the barn burner of a match. Of course, Kid Christian defeated his former tag team partner, and he's very much favored to win here. Kid Christian, of course, suffered a big tough loss last week against Raw and Awesome in that fatal four-way match. Of course, we're going to be seeing this a bunch of times here tonight. Just to remind you, next week is the championship title match where the very first title defense of Season 2 from Gee-Man Ryan Crawford will be against this man Ryan Doyle, who's got the chair. But again, plot twist here. AJ the Giant pulling the chair away from Ryan Doyle and chasing him off. And here we go. Now behind, waistlock takedown. Jimmy Controversy got a lot to live up to here. He suffered a big loss, a nice counter move right there, and a flying, is that a hip attack or a forearm or something? Maybe both. Spin kick connects right to the face of Kid Christian. These fans here in Dublin, Ireland, ready for some MVWF action, and now a couple of right hands, a forearm shot, another forearm shot, goes low to the midsection. Look out, ref. Spine buster. Floats over into the cover, hooks the leg. Not even, well, barely a 1 count, if that. Saito suplex by Kid Christian. One thing that has definitely developed about Kid Christian over this the last year or so is his ability to pull things together and reformulate a strategy. Jimmy Controversy, of course, much more haphazard in his approach. Perhaps maybe if he started to pull together a strategy, he might be more successful. Because even local talent earned himself his first victory last week, and Jimmy Controversy, who has more attribute points than him, is still 0 in everything. Covers him. Tried to hold the chin down. Jimmy Controversy, though, looks to be taking it kind of conservatively here. Perhaps he'll become Jimmy Conservative. No, he won't. Clothesline in the corner from behind, and immediately goes for the cover. It's about like the 4th or 5th time Jimmy Controversy's gone for a cover here in this match. Up on the shoulder. And clotheslines the former tag team partners on the top rope. Another cover. He just barely gets the shoulder up. Don't lose your cool, kid. I mean, Jimmy. And look at this. Bit of a Heel of Sunrise type of move. No. Chicken wing with the arm cranker, but a forward roll gets Christian free in a clothesline. Misses with that forearm, though, unable to follow up. Oh, look at this. Boom! Drops him down on the apron, right on the corner there. Chop to the chest. Chop right back. What is up with this lighting here tonight? Oh, Hurricane Rana. Christian way behind in points here. Needs to gather himself. Clothesline in the corner. Gets it done. About 4 minutes into this, and so far, I got to give it to Jimmy Controversy. If I were him, I would try to get this over soon. Oh, man, the pump handle powerbomb. Kid Christian going for his first cover of the match, and Jimmy Controversy just gets the shoulder up. Nicely into the corner. Oh, man, and a knee strike in the corner. And that's going to pull it together here for Kid Christian, who's feeling like he might have him here. 2. No. This time the right shoulder comes up. And Kid Christian disagreeing with that count. Jawbreaker. One, 2, and he got him. The super kick gets it done. Jimmy Controversy with his first victory in the MVWF. Wow, congratulations. We don't even have any entrance or victory music for him. Oh, maybe there's something. And of course, make sure you watch the big show next week. 7 big matches from the Dome. Look at that right there. That spine buster early on in the match made a big difference. And of course, there, right, what I mentioned earlier about the strategy, Jimmy Controversy employed basically one, which was stay on your man, cover him. Everything you do inched himself closer and closer to victory. Good for him. Kid Christian now taking some hard blows, really stifling the momentum that he had, especially last week after the big match with Raw and Awesome. Oh, that clothesline was pretty rough. Kid Christian managed to recover from that, but again, just keep count of all the times that Jimmy Controversy went for the cover here. Boy, did it pay off for him here tonight. And he showed some toughness right here, surviving Kid Christian's pump handle power bomb. Oh, I don't know. That might have been a 3 count right there.
Here is your winner, the Superstar,
Jimmy Controversy, congratulations, young man, getting his first victory in the MVWF. Alrighty, big tag team match coming up here tonight. Got to give it up for these two teams. The Destroyer, Nick Jackson, just wearing regular street clothes these days. Doesn't appear to have much going on. Took probably the most embarrassing loss in MVWF history last week when he lost to a guy with 30 attribute points in local talent, who we will see here later tonight. What is going through the head of AJ the Giant? As I bump the microphone. All right, let's get it done. Up in the air. Oh, look at this. Kyle Empire, look at that right there. Dropped him right into the Styles Clash. How about that to start this tag team match? Kyle Empire starting off aggressively. Gotta wonder what's up with this strange lighting here tonight. And the first tag by the Jackson brothers. Oh, just shoves him right down. So glad to have Adrian Knight back in the MVWF. And he makes a tag to his brand new tag team partner, Mr. Nightmare, who I think has something to live up to here tonight. Kick to the midsection, solid one at that. And they tie up. Oh, drives him face first into the turnbuckle. And he's not going to get caught in enemy territory. Far across the ring goes the Destroyer. And he fights his way out with a right hand. Counter move right into the piston rights. Oh, standing vertical suplex. And Mr. Nightmare showing what he's made of. Of course, as I mentioned before, when Mr. Nightmare made his debut, that he has a very similar face paint scheme as Kyle Empire. Those two guys are going to be natural rivals, I would expect. Adrian Knight now. Hammerlock drives the knee right into the small of the back of the Destroyer, Nick Jackson. And again, trying not to get caught in enemy territory, Nick Jackson finds himself on the defense, but that elbow might change things. Oh, clothesline. And the crowd reacting to the Destroyer here. And he acknowledges it. What's he doing here? I think a bit of a stump puller, but Adrian Knight, too powerful, the much larger man, pushes his way right out of that. And a tag made by, oh man, the Nightmares. Double super kick right to the face. Clothesline gets back-fisted, and now finally the two painted men face off in the ring, and a hip toss goes for the cover. Not even a 1 count. Oh, nice. Belly-to-belly suplex. Mr. Nightmare throwing kicks. And a spinning heel kick. Connects it. That was a completely defensive move right there. Kyle Empire needs to turn it on here. Nice slick move. Relying on some finesse. Oh, man, and he almost chopped his brother there, but off the ropes. Kyle Empire, unfazed by it, nailed him. Up to the shoulders, Mr. Nightmare. Good defense by him. Showing instinct. And another hip toss. Slams Empire to the mat. Mr. Nightmare outside the ring, poised. Went for that super kick again, gets blocked. Polish Hammer gets blocked, and oh, a straight up knee strike. Oh man, he might have been going for a brainbuster on the floor right there. That would have been disgusting. Stood him up with those knee strikes. Still can't get that hammer smash in. Oh, but he tastes the railing. 20 counts outside the ring. And they are using it up. With the half crab. Referee Joe Stromboli making his count. Oh, what's this? What's he going to do right here? Oh, man, it just tosses him into the LED ring post. Mr. Knight, oh, pays him right back. Oh, man, Kyle is hurt. He's hurt. Oh, he's just going to leave him out there. But Kyle was able to recover in time and gives him a straight-up fastball punch. And look at him just staring straight at Adrian Knight right there. Telling him what's up. Is he goading? Look at him. Just having a stare down. High cross body into the rapid punches. Oh man, nice scissoring knee strike. Kyle Empire, it looks like he's got a lot of momentum on his side. Nice counter moves. Kyle Empire putting it together, fastball punch. And now he's going, cocking the fist for one more. Boom! Sends him right into the ropes. Cover that man, it might be over. One, and Adrian Knight makes the save. Oh man, what is miscommunication right there between the Jackson brothers. Not sure what the fuck was going on right there. Clothesline, elbow smash. Oh, reversal into the corner. Here comes Nightmare. No, through the ropes, kick to the head. Strangely enough, we are seeing a great increase in the finesse and style of Kyle Empire. Nice block right there. Saw it coming. And just as easily as it spills outside the ring, it goes back in the hot tag. And Nick, slick move right there. Clothesline finally gets it in. Forearm smash. DDT. Nick Jackson trying to put this one away. Exhaustedly goes for the cover, and Adrian Knight in it too. Oh man. Hard strike. And Nick Jackson, the Destroyer, finally living up to his name as he decks Adrian Knight. And the Destroyer now, right hand. He's going to try and destroy the Nightmare. Nick Jackson over with this crowd tonight. Look out, Kyle. Crushed him with that suplex to the floor. Oh, Mr. Nightmare apparently must have gotten distracted. I think Kyle might have said something to him. Low kick now. Nick Jackson, second rope. Oh, Jackson driver. And Adrian Knight, the loyal tag team partner, makes the save. And Nick Jackson having enough of his nonsense. Neck breaker off the rope. Of course, Nick Jackson made such an auspicious debut in an 8-man elimination match where he basically eliminated all but one guy. Nice connection of moves. Mr. Nightmare with the armbar. But the UFC aficionado, Nick Jackson, dragging him along. Don't know how much damage he's managing to get done there. And he lost his grip. And Mr. Nightmare gonna pay him back now. Look at this. Setting up for the suplex to the floor. And destroyed. This match turning into a tag team war. Chop to the chest. Kick to the leg. Nick Jackson gonna take a risk here. Going to the top rope. Elbow smash connects. He tried to move, but not in time. DDT. And Mr. Nightmare may have a busted nose. Nick going for the cover. Needs to play goalie right here. And Mr. Nightmare manages to kick out Kyle Empire exactly where he needed to be. And he's going for it. Jackson driver. Boom! Nailed him. Cover him. It's over. Hooks the leg. Oh, and Adrian Knight doesn't even let him get a 2 count on it. Mr. Nightmare needs to make the tag. Nick Jackson has been having his way. He's going to have to make his own opportunity. And DDT again. And you're going the wrong way, buddy. That knee strike might make a difference. Nope, don't play to the crowd, dummy. Don't make the tag. Oh, he might be getting emotional here. He should be making the tag. He had the opening. Off the ropes he goes. Shoulder blocks. And Nick throws him over the top rope. But no, he took his eye off the ball. Mr. Nightmare, elbow smash. Make the tag. Over the shoulder. Perhaps Mr. Nightmare feeling somewhat threatened by the fact that his showing last week didn't really up his stock against Rock Holly and the Skinny Wolf when they lost the #1 contendership match. And Nick Jackson now beckoning him on. And he does. Shoulder throw. And he makes the tag. Do it. There you go. And here comes Adrian Knight. And the Kingdom of Nightmares look to be back in shape. Snap suplex by the standout in the B1 Climax Tournament, Adrian Knight. Oh, nice counter move by Nick. Cinches the arm. But Adrian Knight again with the power manages to stand himself right up. He's to not let him go. Nicely done with another clothesline in the corner. Nick can't. He's almost losing his grip here. Double leg takedown. And when the Jacksons get themselves in trouble, they go back to the basics. Back body drop. And two of the big rookies of Season 1. Outstanding performances throughout the B1 Climax Tournament from both of them. Oh man, jaw jacker. Difference maker. There it is. Fastball punch. 1, 2, and Adrian Knight gets the right shoulder up. Man, these Nightmares, they are survivors. Shoulder block. And these guys need to start thinking about getting this done and over with. But you got to give it up. Everybody has pulled their weight tonight. Oh man, knee strike in the corner misses. And the Jackson boys, in both cases relying on finesse, but a wise move by Adrian Knight where he got hit so hard, managed to roll out of the ring. He's not a rookie anymore. He is a veteran now. He may have bumped his head on the glass ceiling last year, but glass shatters and another DDT as he's been switching sides with that DDT all night. And Adrian Knight digging down deep. He looks a little leaner than he was last year. Perhaps he's dropped some pounds for stamina's sake. Nice hip toss right there. And again, back to basics. Oh, but that headbutt might have been ill-advised. Adrian Knight felt it coming. And we got about 2.5 minutes left of the time limit here. The Jackson boys looking for some double team. And drops an elbow. And a nice tag by Adrian Knight, but how much does Mr. Nightmare have left? Dragon suplex onto his head. Forearm. Stiff shots over the top rope. Kyle Jackson needs to hold on. He gets himself off the apron. You are definitely, when you're on the apron, you are in the danger zone. Back and forth. Strikes being exchanged. Look at this move. Mr. Nightmare takes him down into that armbar. And Kyle Empire counters his way out. He is a proficient wrestler. Oh, fastball punch. And a hard striker. Double tag. Nick Jackson, Adrian Knight, late in the match here. 70 seconds left in the time limit. Adrian Knight knows what it's like to go to a time limit draw, and now he's going to try and destroy Nick Jackson. He might be saying to hell with it. He's going to hurt somebody. Oh, and for the second time, Nick Jackson gets destroyed. Get it back in the ring, fellas. Oh, no, Nick Jackson coming out to meet him. I think Adrian Knight might have said something to him. Oh, face first. To the edge of the ring. Less than 30 seconds left in this one, folks. I can't see us having a finish here. And Nick Jackson claiming victory because he didn't lose. Oh, hard forearm shot. Ooh. Oh no, he's going for the cover. 1, 2. No, what? Are you kidding me? Adrian Knight. Was that 3? Oh my God. Adrian Knight came within a hair of victory right there. That referee's hands was coming down when it was called for a time limit draw. Unbelievable. Well, that was quite the finish that they stuck in there right at the end. I'm stunned. I'm speechless. Of course, let's watch it one more time, folks. Last week, after we went off the air, Brandon Bones had choked out the MVWF champion. When the challenger next week for the MVWF World Heavyweight Championship, Ryan Doyle grabbed a chair and was ready to put the kibosh and guarantee himself a championship win when AJ the Giant runs in. Ironically, the same week he saves Brandon Bones from a double attack. And there's MC Honky Lips. I don't know what's going on with him these days. He does not seem like the same guy. Nice counter move by local talent. Oh, backbreaker. Counter move, local talent with all kinds of momentum with his upset victory last week over Nick the Destroyer Jackson. And he's going to try to make the most of it here. Driving the knees to the midsection. And the side local leg sweep. MC Honky Lips. Very different look for him this year. No more of this Hunter S. Honky Lips thing. Oh, underneath. Oh, man. Backdrop driver. And this crowd all over Honky Lips. And he's got himself a heel hook. Local talent in a bit of trouble. Yeah, but he manages to kick his way free. I'm so excited for tonight's main event, folks. A rematch of what many are calling the greatest match in MVWF history, that six-man tag main event last week. Brandon Bones choked out the champion. The challenger next week for the title attacked the champion after the bell. Outstanding performances by all 6 competitors, including Kevin Welch, including AJ the Giant, all of them. And now local talent doing what he did last time and methodically taking his opponent apart. One strategic element is employed, some of these jobbers this year have really stepped up. And look at him, he's going for the first cover of the match. 1 count only. Nice counter move. Oh man, forearm shots. Knocks the honky down, and where's local talent going? And that strange lighting still permeating throughout the arena tonight. DDT, we saw a bunch of those from Nick Jackson. My thoughts are still stuck on where the hell is he going? Local talent out in the crowd right now. And Honky Lips going out to meet him. What the hell is going on here? Come on, referee, get control of this. They are brawling out in the crowd. Did Adrian Knight get that 3 count or not? That's what I want to know. Come on. Back and forth here in the crowd. Look out for that little kid. And MC Honky Lips knocks him over the railing. Just brawling here as this one is spilled out into the crowd yet again. Honky Lips dragging him along, looking for some plunder. Local talent not staying in his clutches for very long. Oh, headbutt to the back of the head. Oh, right hand just drilled him. Chop to the chest. Got a pentagram on his chest. What the hell is going on with Honky Lips? Man, quite the brawl here going on. And local talent goes stumbling over the top of the railing, and here comes Honky Lips. Oh, this time from the left side, right hand. This one blocked. Firing back. Spin kick, nicely done. Don't usually see that out of Honky Lips, and he introduces him to the steel steps. Turns him over and covers him. Where's that referee? Apparently he went home to take a shit. 1, 2. Oh, and local talent kicks out at 2. Can local talent maintain the momentum that he had with his upset victory last week over the Destroyer? And now, Honky Lips to the top rope. Oh, big armless splash. Crushes him in the ring. He's sending a message to Brandon Bones right there. What was that about? Bones has been using that move lately. And Pat acting very mysterious here. And it's not just the creepiness of how he moves, it's that it's such a contrast to the jovial nature that he had last year in the ring. And the local talent maybe looking for a shortcut here. Guys like him and Jimmy Controversy have been very guilty of letting the desperation get to them. And where's he going now? He's going underneath the ring. He's going to grab a weapon. And he's got a steel chair. And he doesn't want the steel chair. He's going for something else. He's got a karate stick, and he doesn't like that one either. Oh, over the shoulder. Nice counter move. DDT dumps Pat on his head. And local talent needs to get his shit together here. He needs to get on top of his man but he is feeling the momentum. He may have waited a little too long to make that cover. 1, 2, and 2 count is all he's going to get. He might have had that if he just jumped on top of it. Slick move right there, and a big, wild right hand. Oh, drops him on his head. Reverse DDT. DDT on the apron. Oh man, and that's it. That is it. Local talent can't survive that. 1, 2, 3, it's over. Honky Lips kills him with the DDT. And just like that, the momentum of local talent evaporates. Now here you see local talent. He unleashed everything he had against Honky Lipton, and in fact dominated most of the match. While these two brawled outside the ring, it was a game of fisticuffs for sure. But right there, the combination of that move right there, the Irish Destroyer, and the DDT on the floor.
Winner, the Punisher, PSD.
And he got extended here tonight, but he's feeling pretty good about his victory. And all right, folks, it's time for our main event. A rematch of the greatest match in MVWF history. The 6-man tag last week exceeded all expectations. And we're not going to make you wait to see it again. Brandon Bones, Ryan Doyle, the white side, representing the old generation versus the new generation of MVWF champion Geatman Ryan Crawford. Fuck that one up. Botchamania, Enormous Genitals, Kevin Welch, and AJ the Giant, the new generation. They won the first 2 weeks, but this 6-man tag last week really changed the dimension between, well, the big gap between the two generations. And we are ready to get going. And just one more recap before we get going here, folks. Again, last week, it was Ryan Doyle overstepping his boundaries when he grabbed a chair to try and buy himself a clear path to the MVWF Championship. When just in time, even though the same night, apparently AJ the Giant, sticking to the rules of justice, and now here it is, tying up at the beginning of the very match here, the main event of Match Mania this past year. And they tie up, and Bones fires out of a corner with a fist. And look at them tying up against the ropes again. This time Bones not wearing the shirt, and the referee gonna have to separate them. Oh, and Bones inside with a low drop kick to the knee. Nice counter move with the arm drag. Oh, what was that? Just a little bit of a springboard off the bottom rope and caught Bones in a move that I can't quite describe. And now Bones in enemy territory as a result. And he tags out to AJ the Giant, the man who saved his life last week. And Bones up in the air. Oh! Oh! What is AJ doing? Moonsault off the top rope! Are you kidding me? The Giant unloads a powerbomb! And they are opening up hot here. Bones desperately with that dragon screw leg whip. He's got to get out of there. And he tags in the #1 contender. And Ryan comes in, gets caught by the Giant, who just squashes him. Knocks the bottom out. Desperation uppercut, and right up in the Giant's face. Gets a few right hands in there, and the Giant rolls out of the ring and right back in. Too much showboating by the #1 contender. And what are we doing here? Oh, it just rams him into the turnbuckles. Some good coordination here out of the new generation. Off the ropes. Here it is. Early. Whoa, leg sweep. Misses. This is a bit of a preview of the championship match next week. And now look at Doyle. Package pile driver. Drops him on his head. And of course, Doyle going right after that brain injury that he had last year. The champion. And Doyle tags Bones, but not Whiteside. And now, what is this right here? Oh, they're going to the net, try and injure his leg. And the nefarious tactics of the veterans. With the definite edge and experience. Bones fires him off into his own corner. These two teams went about a half an hour last week of non-stop action. And look at this, bit more double teaming here. Drop toe hold, elbow smash to the lower back. And the new generation finding out that the old guard has coordination too, as Doyle talking shit. And over the top rope goes the champion. And Doyle gonna try and hurt him. Perhaps an early injury could solve the riddle of this match and the championship match next week. But Crawford manages to survive the onslaught and makes the first tag of the match to Enormous Genitals Kevin Welch. And he gets kicked in the back as the rivalry between Doyle and Welch has been building over the weeks. Whiteside teasing a camel clutch, but decides to just drop him to the kidneys and stomps him on the back of the head instead. Kevin not getting caught in enemy territory. Smart move on his part. And now he's got Whiteside on his side. And he's just choking him out. And here, for the first time in this match, the two big men. And the style and technique of Whiteside overcoming the Giant right there, who started off so hot. Whiteside now talking trash, saying that he's the real big man of the MVWF. Clothesline in the corner. From the right side by the Whiteside. And now picks the leg for a dragon screw. Nice move by AJ. Single leg takedown. Bit of a trip. Here comes Kevin. Whoa, better back off there, buddy. Oh, hard into the corner and stomped on the elbow. That's going to ruin his ability to play the drums. And a spine buster. Treating the whole mat like it's a big snare drum. And Kevin's the stick. Uppercut. Oh, a shot from behind from Bones. Face first into the turnbuckle. A wild shot may have knocked Bones out of the way. And everyone ducks out. And it's spilling outside the ring, and here's the champion right up in Whiteside's face. And he's picking the leg and dropping him down. Whiteside far, far away from home. It would be wise to get his act together. Just brawling outside. Oh, just chopped him in the Punisher logo. Fires back with the right hand. Oh, face first to the LED post. And again. The rivalry between the old generation and the new generation, burning white hot. Oh man, slick moves by Kevin Welch. Gotta get back in the ring, fellas. We don't want this one to end in a count out. Right hand barely had any effect on him. Whiteside dives into the ring. Oh man, and Kevin Welch gets back in time. And now what's this going on here in the corner? And Kevin Welch stomping on the chest of Whiteside. And here comes AJ. And just stomping on the chest of Whiteside. And here comes the champion, and they're rotating now. One, look at that. And then again. And Kevin Welch laying it into him. And here comes the Giant. What's this? Oh, drop kick to the chest in the corner. That's gotta be it. Someone get in there. And Bones breaks it up before it can even count one. Oh, with AJ way off the mark with that boot. Bones really pissed him off. And playing a little bit of cat and mouse as AJ may have been chasing Bones there, but he better not take his eye off the ball. Whiteside's still the legal man. Look at the power of the Giant. Oh, just pancakes him face first down. Oh, look at the Giant! Tour of the Islands! The power of the Giant has been so impressive this season. Whiteside tags out to Bones, and now he gets a shot in the gut. AJ sees his chance to get it, Bones. Oh, and a rolling kick. Heel kick catches him. Look at that from Brandon Bones. Put on a shirt, asshole. AJ manages to get control, surviving the opening onslaught from Brandon Bones, and he stalking this much smaller opponent, like The Undertaker, just throws him and grabs him by the head and just drives a hip into the side of the face. Perhaps a chance to isolate the owner of the MVWF, to beat him down. This is what the new generation thrives on. Oh, are you kidding me? He just threw him on his head into the ropes. Knocks the bottom out. Cover him. 1, 2, and Doyle comes in and makes the save. It was over right there. And look at Doyle up in the air. What the fuck is the champion doing? Why did he do that? The dissension between the new generation apparently coming out here. Oh, and Bones gets crushed. Oh my God. And a hot tag to Whiteside. Drop kick. Oh wow, a drop kick from the big man. Very impressive at his age. Oh, what is AJ doing here? Perhaps he's going to try and get a submission. Oh, and drives the giant knees to the back of the big man. And he's poised. What's he got in store for him? Oh, made me think about the bear hug. Whiteside had it scouted. Here it is, scissor fight slam. Cover him. Is he going to pin the giant? 1, 2, and Kevin makes the save. That might have been it right there. Oh, rolls the dice on Big Ham. This rematch really living up to the hype. Tremendous action. And AJ striking everyone at once. And he's got the #1 contender trapped in enemy territory. Just driving the stops into him. Oh man, nice strength by Doyle. Core strength to get the giant up in the air like that. He didn't get him up very high, but he got him up. He got him. That's all there is to it. And Doyle praying to God. And the saluting headbutt. And there it is. He's going for it. The triangle choke. But that's a big man to be trying that on. Someone needs to get in there and save him. But of course, he tapped him out. Doyle made the giant tap. Are you kidding me? And now Doyle going outside the ring. He's going to finish the champion off. Well, oh no, wait, this is the footage. This isn't new. And it must have been the dissension between the new generation right there. In spite of the fact that AJ saved Crawford there, he did save Brandon Bones earlier in the night. And the bitterness coming out in fold. Watch this right here. Oh, the drop kick in the corner. Look at him knock the bottom out. The new generation did have it won a number of times. But this scissor fight slam might have been the beginning of the end, as he snapped his head on the bottom rope. And there's
Here
Bones.
are your winners, the Boss, Brandon Boone, the White, and the Urban Gladiator, Ryan D.
Well, folks, next week it's the big pay-per-view featuring the World's Heavyweight Championship match between Ryan Doyle challenging for the MVWF World's Heavyweight Championship against He-Man Ryan Crawford. What a tremendous event this was here tonight. There will be some announcements later this week for the rest of the card, and of course, also for the MVWF World Tag Team Championship, the Rock and Roll Express, who jacked F-Bomb earlier tonight, Rock Holly and the Skinny Wolf, will challenge them for the tag titles. And of course, we're also going to have the big tiebreaker, I guess the rubber match between Ron Awesome and Kid Christian, who are both 2-2 against each other. Further matches to be announced at a later time. Boy, do I have to take a piss right now. But thank you for joining us once again on another exciting episode of MVWF Round 0, Episode 3 of Danger Zone.